with exercise 4.1 and the last question, which is a special quadrilateral construction of a rhombus, and the name of rhombus is given. So let's start. In this rhombus, the question is to be made into a rough figure first. So I have drawn a rough figure. In your answer sheet also you should write rough on one side and then make the rough figure. If we see the rough figure, then in the rough figure only names are given, but all parts are not given. Only 4.5 and 6 are given. If I name it, it is BEST. There is no other length given. So since it is a rhombus, I have to use a property of rhombus. So I will write the property in a rhombus. Because all the parts of a figure are not given, so I know that in a rhombus all parts are equal. So I will write the property before doing the construction, because this is not given. So then according to this theorem, the lines are all 4.5. So I have to do this construction where all parts are I have got. And how did I get? By knowing the property. So since these things were not given in the question, I have to mention it before starting the construction. Now the construction is simple. You will use scale and draw a line 4.5. So I will draw a line 4.5. So first you should mark the points and then draw the line on the 2 points. Now I will call them as BE are the 2 points and 4.5 is the length of this side. Now use compass and measure and construct 4.5 and 6. You can't make this part because in this part the other lengths are not connecting. So I have to first make BETB. First, whenever we construct, we have to see that a triangle will be made, some figure will be made, and on that other parts will be made. So I have to make BET. So I am constructing this part. This length is 4.5 and this length is 6. So let's measure 6 centimeter. So how do you measure 6 centimeter? By using a scale and putting the length of 6 as just points. After putting these 2 points, you will put the compass and connect the compass at the 2 points. And now this length 6 will be made with compass. So using compass you will cut the arc 6 centimeter, and the next length is 4.5. So I can measure 4.5 from here only. So I am using this length to measure 4.5 and cut the arc. So this makes the part B, E and T. This part becomes T. So I will use scale and connect them. Now when you connect, the point should be connected at the right place. So this point will be connected to B and this line will be drawn to T. So figure is made with 4.5 centimeter here. This is leveling, very important. 6 centimeters. So we have made this part of the figure. Now we have to make this part, which is 4.5. So I will measure 4.5 and 4.5 from here. So 2 arcs which are both 4.5 will be made. So cut first arc, then put the compass here and cut the next arc. So 2 arcs are made. At this point becomes S. So I will write here S and then draw the So the figure is made. This is a rhombus which has all sides equal. So this is a rhombus whose property of all sides equal we have used. And then you should write the steps of construction. How do you write the steps of construction? That is given below the link of this video. You can check below this. There is a link of how to write the steps. You should write the steps of construction after you have done the construction. Okay, so now we will move on to the next question, and the next question is from the next exercise, exercise 4.2. In this there is a quadrilateral given. Construct a quadrilateral and there is all the sides are given whose lengths are not given. In this there is a quadrilateral given, there is sides lengths are given, and there is no angle given. These two you can follow with the help of a video link given below this video, where you will understand how do you make a figure. So let's do the third part, which is a rhombus. It is very important part, and this is again a rhombus, and the rhombus is BEND. So I will make a rough figure here, and when the rough figure is made, the rough figure has to be followed. It is BEND, and it is written BN equal to 5.6 and DE 6.5. So two diagonals are given. Now we can't make this figure. Why we can't make? Because the length of B is not, we can't start the figure. Therefore, to start this figure, I have to do something, and I have to change the rough figure. This means this figure is not possible. So I will follow this figure. Whatever lengths are given, we will use those lengths. So I will modify the length into this form, and my rough figure will be made by this line first. So this is BEND, because BN is given 5.6, next length is given 6.5. So I will modify a rough figure. So this is the importance of rough figure. I can change the rough figure as many times. Now I will be using length, the quadrilateral whose length is B, and the diagonal can be given any name because they have given diagonal BN, and the diagonal BN is, so I am taking the diagonal as DE first, because this diagonal is 6.5 and this is 6.5. Then the second diagonal I will make, and the figure will be made like this. So this rough figure is for reference. You will see this, then you are seeing that we can't make the figure because the length of B is not given. I have made second rough figure. In this rough figure, why I am using 2, you will see here. So what we will do, we will make first side 6.5 and the second diagonal is, so my two diagonals are BN is equal to 5.6 and DE is equal to 6.5. So I will start the construction from DE is equal to 6.5. So using a scale, first I am drawing diagonal 6.5. Now why I have selected 6.5, I will tell you. Just see what happens when you do this. So I am making first diagonal 6.5. So this is the point 6.5. After you have drawn the 2 points, you will draw a line. Then name the figure side by side, D, E, and then I will be bisecting it using perpendicular bisector with compass. So you measure using compass and measure the length of compass less than DE. So the line is DE. So I will measure it till here and cut 2 arcs. So I have made 2 arcs, one up, This is called perpendicular bisector. Then I will put compass here and make the second bisector. So two lines or two cuts will be made, which are the perpendicular bisectors. So to make it more clear, these are the two cuts which are made, and the points are this point and this point. These cuts are made with the help of compass. So first put the compass here on E and cut one arc this side, then cut on this side, two sides. Then you will put compass at D and cut the arc. Yes, cut the arc on this side and cut. So both the arcs will cut each other. Then you will use a scale and draw a line. So this line is drawn. This will become my second diagonal. But the second diagonal full length is 5.6. I can't make this full length. Therefore, I have used a property of rhombus, and the property of rhombus is diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degrees. So this diagonal and this diagonal are bisecting at 90. So I have made this 90 here. I am calling it point P. So D, E were 2 points. I have made a perpendicular bisector. Now I will make full diagonal whose length is 5.6, and since they bisect means cut into two parts, these two parts of the diagonal will be equal. This means this full diagonal should be only 5.6 centimeter long. So half diagonal will come up and half diagonal will come up. So 5.6 half will become 2.8. So I have to make 2.8 centimeter two arcs. So again you will use a scale, measure 2.6 from the scale. So this length is 2.6. Put the compass here and cut the first arc. Then cut the second arc. So I have cut two arcs. First arc here and second arc here from point P. And then using pencil I will join these points. They are points E. They are points, E is here, so this point is N and this is B. So B, E, N, T will be my rhombus. So now I will join this point where I have cut. So using scale you will connect these points. Now this is a very important part, because here you have to see which points you are connecting. You will not connect these crosses. These are only for making this line. We have measured 2.8 and 2.8. And how did 2.8 come? I have shown you just now, half of 5.6, because diagonals bisect each other. So keep compass here, cut this arc and cut the arc down and join this, and then you will write the steps of construction. The steps of construction will be: step number 1, draw, you will call it a diagonal. So step number 1, you will show rough figure and write the step, draw, because we have made diagonal. So which diagonal we made? Diagonal DE, draw diagonal DE is equal to 6.5. And second part, you can write, draw its perpendicular bisector. You made a perpendicular bisector. So draw the perpendicular bisector of the diagonal at P. So when you make perpendicular bisector, then the perpendicular bisector is passing to point P. So why we have written P? Because we will use P point. Then third step will be cut half of diagonal. The second diagonal is DE. It's half of diagonal DE from P. And what we have made? We have made two arcs. PN is equal to PB and both are 2.8. This is your third step. You have made this arc and then you will cut and then you will write join them. Fourth step, you can write join here also, you can write join here also. Join DN, NE, EB and BD. After we made the points, this point and this point, we have joined DN, NE, EB and BD. After we have joined this, the figure is made. So in the fifth step, you can write B, E and D is rhombus. So this is the construction. Hope you have followed the steps. You can revise the step and stay connected for more of the math classes. If you have not subscribed, you can subscribe the channel and stay connected with us. Press the notification and you will be getting information of regular live updates. See you in the next class.